Hey guys, it's Victor from Poetry in Motion Pictures coming back at y'all with another initial reaction rating streaming service edition. Now today, I actually had the chance to go ahead and watch the new Russo brothers directed Netflix film, The Gray Man, starring Ryan Gosling, Chris Evans, Ana de Armas, and a huge stacked cast if I'm being honest, both familiar faces and slightly newer to the industry. All in all, I honestly gotta say, I really did enjoy myself watching this movie. It's not perfect. There's definitely a couple of things I would fix or maybe have done differently, or something of that sort. There's always something like that in most movies. But I know this movie actually came out about a week earlier in theaters, so I actually did get to hear some people's initial thoughts just a little bit before I watched it, and it was actually leaning negative, which I kind of found surprising. Again, the movie isn't perfect, but I thought it was actually pretty well done. I will say one thing that I think might be what is an issue with people. It does feel a bit dated, just a little bit, but that didn't deter away from me a little bit. And what I mean by that is, like, a few years ago there was also this movie, also sort of a spy thriller with Will Smith called The Gemini Man, and I feel like both that one and this one have the same issue where it's not that they're bad films or they're bad, like they're not well made or anything of that sort. It's that both of them have this issue where they feel like they should have come out 15, 20 years earlier, something of that sort. Now, again, I personally don't see that as a fully negative thing. Sometimes it's fine to do throwback movies that aren't made that often anymore. And I thought this one was pretty well done. I found all the characters really interesting. Ryan Gosling, Chris Evans were really fascinating characters. Like, I honestly wouldn't mind seeing more of either one of those characters, either in sequels or prequels, to get some more, some more information on them, because they were really interesting. But the whole world was actually pretty interesting. It was actually really well built. I wouldn't mind seeing any kind of sequel or prequel for almost any of these characters, because even some of the smaller characters that were only there for a little bit or didn't even make it out of this film alive were pretty interesting, so I wouldn't mind seeing more of that. All in all, though, I gotta say, I liked it. I would give it a 7.6 out of 10 when it comes down to it. I can see why people have issues with it. Besides what I mentioned, there's a few other things. But I thought for the most part, well done, well directed. The Russo brothers did great work with the camera work, honestly. There were a few times where I feel like they pulled out a little bit of their Michael Bay, because sometimes it felt like not fully over the top like Michael Bay, but it felt like they were leaning a little bit towards that, especially with certain camera movements that they did where they were just, you'll see what I mean when you watch the movie. But I do recommend it. Check it out on Netflix. Like I said, 7.6. And if you guys did enjoy this, go ahead and check out both our TikTok and our YouTube, Poetry in Motion Pictures. And we'll see you on the next one.